Hey people, how we all doing? How we doing? Good evening, beautiful evening to y'all. Um, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while right here behind the camera. Is this behind camera or in front of the camera? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while in front of the camera. Yes, this is the lens. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's been a while from being in front of the camera. Yes, I have missed a couple of you guys who have been quite consistent following us with the live. Thank you so much to all of you who have been following the R4M Studios live so far. Um, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath, okay? So I'm trying to deal with excitement, fatigue, and it feels like this is my very first time, coming on the live show. But then it's because I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on the live show tonight. All right. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. I am prolific, and we're going to have an interesting convo tonight. All right. So if you just joined us for the very first time, this is the R4M Studios, and this is where we talk, we share knowledge. For the night's live shows, we engage with the public. We get to hear your views, your perspective, all right? Because, like they say, the world is a global village. And then, excuse me, every joint supplies, right? So we grow by not just what we know, but we grow by having to learn from other people, having to share perspectives. That way we're able to become better people ultimately. So R4M Ready for Marriage is that platform that connects you with that person you've always desired to spend the rest of your life with, right? So this is that very platform. But beyond that, we don't just want to get people to meet, we also want people to meet and stay, all right? And one of the major ingredients that makes couples to stay, partners to stay, is knowledge, all right? We believe in bridging the knowledge gap. So this is not just the platform that gets to make you meet people, but beyond that, we give you knowledge, relevant knowledge, so you can become a better person, all right? Okay, so if you'll be following our social media handles also, you would know that we have been, we have this flyer that is flying, all right? But then you'll have to register for this flyer that is flying, okay? And then the info basically is the Love Lounge. Yeah, so the Love Lounge is a new initiative. So we're going to be having the maiden edition this weekend. But then, as much as we love you, we really want you to register. We really want you to be a part of this. But then you have to register, okay? Because we want you participating, all right? That's it. So, so look out on our social media platform for the Love Lounge, and then we're going to have subsequent series for the Love Lounge after now, okay? So that's for those who are following but they've not seen that flyer. I needed to say that the Love Lounge is on our social media platform, so please do well to go through the details, okay? So we're going to have different things from games to karaoke to singing to love pieces. Just name it, blind dates. We're going to have all of that at the Love Lounge this weekend. All right. So tonight we have a very interesting topic that we're going to be looking at. All right. A very interesting topic we're going to be looking at. So I'm live on YouTube already. We're live on YouTube. And usually there is the first person who always says hi on YouTube, but he's not saying hi. I've not seen his comments, so I'm beginning to think that he's probably either on his way to work or woman they keep him, woman they busy him. So I'm thinking it's the latter. I'm really thinking it's the latter, all right? So yeah, I miss people like Ideas Hub 360. You see, they're just names that I don't have to think so So I like their names that just pop up very easily because these people are very, very instrumental to making it fun on the live show. All right. So I'm on Facebook and we have one of our very consistent followers who is always engaging in the person of Judith Yusuf. Judith Yusuf says, "Good evening all." Hi Judith, how are you doing? How you doing, Judith? How you doing? I started on a very calm note. I feel a little bit tired, but it feels like for every time I just say, "How you doing?" I just come alive. I just come alive because I genuinely really want to know how you are doing. So yeah, Judith Yusuf, how are you doing tonight? It's good to have you on the live show. Yeah. And before I make progress into tonight's topic, I just wanted to give a very big shout out to my boss and the person of Mr. Moses Semako, aka the General, aka serial entrepreneur. Yeah, so he's been doing a very good job. He's been doing a very good job and he's unavoidably absent tonight. But he's been doing a very good job. So yeah, shout out to you, Mr. Mo. Shout out to you, Mr. Mo. All right, so tonight we're going to be considering a topic. And we really like to hear your view, what you think about it. And the topic is, can you date a mutual friend's ex? Can you date the friend or the mutual friend of your ex? What that means is, can you date your ex's friend that is also your friend? Let's say two ladies and a guy, right? Two ladies and a guy, and you guys are all friends, right? So let's say you're dating Lady A. You're dating Lady A, and Lady B is cheering you guys. She's really happy for you guys, all right? And then you break up with Lady A, and then let's say after about 4 months, you begin to develop feelings for Lady B because you guys are probably doing stuff, working on the project together, or you now probably live in the same neighborhood with Lady B, and then you get to see her more often, or whatever the reason is, you begin to develop feelings. Now the question is, can you actually date Lady B? Can you date a mutual friend of your ex? All right. Is it going to feel awkward for you? Are you going to get worried about how your ex is going to feel, and for that reason you wouldn't date? Or are you going to go ahead and just date? I mean, this is my life we're talking about, right? So are you going to just go ahead and date? All right. So we'd like to know in the comment section. So when you come online, please do well to let us know first off where you're watching from, and then go ahead to let us know what your thoughts are about the topic. All right. Let us know, would you date a mutual friend of your ex? And it's vice versa, whether a guy or a lady. All right. So especially, note the word, it's not even ex. Ex is not even the emphasis. The emphasis here is mutual. Mutual. Okay, so if this person is a stranger, if this person, let's say I'm a guy right now and I have an ex, if this lady I'm newly in love with, let me put it that way, if this lady I'm newly in love with if she is my ex's friend and not my friend, that's different. But especially if I met her through my ex and then she became my friend also, do you think it's something you can really deal with? Do you think it's not a big deal? All right, please let us know in the comment section. All right, let us know in the comment section. Judith Yusuf, I really like to hear your thoughts. I don't like that you just used to follow us. You be taking notes. You now be bettering your relationship, but you don't used to share with us the thing you're learning. It's not good. So Judith Yusuf would like to hear your thoughts on the topic tonight. But for me, it's really a very, very, very dicey one. Abuki Soplo said he has so much to say, so I'm waiting for him. Yeah, so he was already saying a few things before we came on live, so I'm really waiting for him. But then, yeah, it's a very dicey one that I don't know if he has a yes or no. I think there are dynamics to it. I don't know. It's easy to say as a man or a woman of principles, I won't do it, because maybe I respect the other person's feelings. But On the other hand, someone else might tell you that, but you're not cheating, right? You're not cheating on, I mean, this person is your ex. So it's okay to move on with your life. And if you decide that you want to move on with your ex's friend, who is your friend, who you met through your ex, then, okay. So please let us know in the comment section. Already, someone was sharing with me. I want him to come online and share with us, so it won't be a second person's reported speech. So yeah, someone was sharing with us, and he said it is destiny. That's what he said. He said if he goes ahead to date his ex's friend, it is destiny. So I asked him, I said, what is destiny? Because, hello, you guys didn't just fall in love mistakenly. You intentionally went out of your way. You forsook every other person that is giving you green light to go for this girl out of the numerous girls that are around you. You went for this girl, that's if you're a guy, or you're a lady and you say yes to this guy who is a friend of your ex out of the numerous guys that are available. All right. So how is it destiny? So I was asking, how is it? I mean, life doesn't happen. You know, we make life. So what informs you to go ahead? Could it be that you are being self-centered and then you say it's destiny? Okay, so we really like to know your thoughts on that. So let me go back to Facebook. Judith Yusuf, I don't know why I feel like you have experience in still like it be like person don't do you or you don't do person. All right, so we'd like to hear from you, Judith Yusuf. All right, so would you date your ex's, a mutual friend, okay, your ex's friend, who is a mutual friend, who happens to be your friend also? Are you going to damn the consequences? Are you going to say, I don't care what you think, what you feel, how you feel, I'm moving on with my life? We would really like to know, all right? So let me go back on Facebook. Let me see what's popping. Sometimes Facebook just happens. You know, so I'm really hoping tonight is another day is going to bubble. All right, so I have my friend all the way from the country of Kenya. Hi, Lucy, blessed. Hi, Lucy, blessed. How are you doing? How you doing, Lucy? It's been a while, Lucy. I'll look for you, all right? Yeah, that reminds me. Lucy said you owe me pancakes. I didn't forget. Pancakes and coffee, all right? So Lucy has something to say. Lucy is right online on Facebook. Lucy says, heck no. She's never going to have to date. She's never going to have to date a mutual friend of hers who is also a friend of her ex. All right, so Lucy would like to hear what are your reasons? What are your reasons for saying no? All right, because there are people who are definitely going to say yes. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just gave you an instance of someone who said he's going to go ahead and date his ex's friend. All right, and it's destiny. So, Lucy, let us know your reasons why you said no. What is your reasons for saying you wouldn't date someone who is your ex's friend? So, I started off by saying that it's quite dynamic, all right? It's quite dynamic. For me, it's not a yes or no. It's not a do it or don't do it. I don't know if it has happened to you. There are people that you fall in love with and you don't even realize you guys are in love. It took people to say, hey, you guys, something's going on here. You know, there's some kind of strong attraction, and then you guys now have to sit down and begin to talk about it. That happens. That has happened to me in time past, where I'm just saying, this person is my friend, is a colleague, and nothing more. And then it took people to see beyond what we're saying. Why? Because many times when you are in the frame, you don't see the picture. It takes people that are not in the frame to see the frame and the picture. All right. So that happens. Okay, that happens. But I'm saying consciously, would you just consciously go into a relationship with someone who is a friend of your ex? All right. Personally speaking, it's almost it's dicey. For me, if I really love this person, right? If I really love this friend of my ex, right? What I would do is this. I would what I would do is I would, especially if I'm in talking terms with my ex, okay? So as much as possible, try not to burn bridges, all right? So especially if I'm in talking terms with my ex, it could be something that I might be able to mention to my ex and say, hey, I don't know. Someone might think that's not a good idea too. Okay, but this is just me thinking. And what's the reason why I might mention it to my ex? It's simply because we've moved on, but I respect feelings, not feelings. I respect not just even feelings, but for me, I think it's just about honor. Okay, it's about honor. So it's just like how I shouldn't. Okay, now I didn't say you shouldn't. It's like how I shouldn't, and this is a personal principle. It's like how I shouldn't date two sisters, two blood sisters, two biological sisters. It might work for some people, but for me, I think it's not honorable for me. Okay, this is a personal opinion. I think it's not honorable for me. So, but when it comes to friendship, sometimes it doesn't work out with your ex, and it's fine. Sometimes people break up not because they are bad people, but because it's just what it is. Dating is meant for you to find out about a person, find out, okay, am I compatible with this person, before I go into courtship, all right? And at the point of courtship, I mean, you don't go into courtship and you are still guessing. You don't see yourself, you don't see in the light of who you're going to end up spending the rest of your life with, right? So it is at dating now I should be able to think. I should be able to juggle, right? So I think this is, so there's a caveat. That's what I'm saying. I'm not quick to say a yes or no. There's a caveat to it. So if I have a good friendship with my ex, meaning we still say hello, hi. Okay, by good friendship, that doesn't mean you guys have to be besties. I mean, you still can converse. You still can call up your ex like, how you doing? Oh, I just thought to say hi, and So if I have good friendship with my ex, it's something I can mention. Now, I'm not mentioning because I need the consent of my ex, but I am mentioning because it's just honorable. That's for me. I just feel it's just honorable. So my ex doesn't get to find out, and it looks like, oh, I be the wrong package with our friend, even while we're dating, or babe, don't finish for this world. Truthfully, on the flip side again, this is another thought, another line of thought for me, which is, I would rather not even just date her. I would rather not date a friend of my ex. Why? Because it's just going to be too much drama. It's going to be too much drama. That's the way I see it. It's going to be too much drama. But, so it's dynamic. It's dynamic, all right? So I really want to hear from us. Already we have an emphatic no. Emphatic no. I mean, the no is emphatic and it is fat. It's an emphatic no. And that came actually from Lucy Blessed, okay? So we have today, wow, for the very first time, we have someone totally different. And it's the person of Regina Iduha. Regina, yeah, thank you for last week. Thank you for buying me Coke. Yes, thank you for buying me Coke. I'd say it online. Thank you so much. I mean, that means we're dishing out value here, right? And Regina had to get me Coke for energy. Thank you so much, Selena. Why am I calling Selena? Regina. Okay, so Regina says, good evening. She said yes, so Regina, please, we want to hear your reason, okay? So Regina says, yes, she can go ahead to date a friend of her ex. Oh, but you don't go awkward. I mean, for instance, so now, I'm talking to you, Regina. So Regina, let's take for instance now, your guy, right, your ex used to take you to the house of his friend when he wants to play video games. Or let's say you call him and he's like, oh, I'm going to hang out to play video game. And you're like, every time I go to play video game, you're always taking forever and then we never have time to spend with each other. And it's like, okay, you know what? Why don't you come along? Let's all have fun as friends. So you guys hang out at his friend's house. They're playing video game. You buy drinks. You're playing music. You're playing video game. You guys are just gisting and you're cracking. Now, this same guy, okay, please follow this scenario. So this same guy that your ex takes you to his house to play video game, right, is the same guy that you are now in his house watching a movie with him, and the same guy who introduced you to that house is now coming back to play video game and meets you in the house. Are you really going to be comfortable? All right, Regina, so we'd like to hear you. Are you going to be comfortable in that kind of scenario? All right. So, okay, we have Jerry Aboki in the building. Jerry Aboki says, good evening, everyone. Hi, Jerry. Good evening. How are you doing? How you doing, Jerry? Jerry says he's late. You are not late in Jesus' name. All right, so yeah, he's saying he's late on the live show. All right. So yeah, it says regarding the discussion, the discussion made people notice, this kind of bagawe one man I can't go read. Okay, so yeah, Jerry is basically saying that the discussion is fire, all right? It's fire. And okay, we'll wait to hear from Jerry. So I'd like to hear from Lucy Blessed. Also, I'd like to hear from Regina. Also, I'd like to hear from Judith. Don't just tell us a yes. Don't just tell us a no. State your reasons. State your facts. So I've just painted the scenario. The same ex takes you to his friend's house, play video game. You guys are all friends. Now, how would you feel? Would you feel uncomfortable if the same ex comes to his friend's house and meets you that he introduced to that friend and that house? Would you excuse them? Would you say, "Na my man house, I go chill"? All right. So please let us know in the comment section. And then I was saying earlier that life is dynamic, and this is not a yes or no for me. All right. So I think everybody has this side of them where you can just be stubborn. You can just say, "See, I'm marrying this girl. There's nothing anybody's going to say. This is the person I'm getting married to." All right. And then to even make it worse, when the lady in question is also bent on marrying you, the guy. All right. So when that happens, I mean, you're two adults, yes? So you consent, you have your consent, and you move on. But I'm also, I don't know. I think, is this me just being a diplomat? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But I think that it's just honorable. It's like, as long as your ex doesn't have a problem. But the truth is, I think that's a subject for another day. Can your ex even really tell you if they have a problem or not with you dating their friend? That's another thing. But it's really awkward. I mean, you've spent your life with this person, and the other person knows the both of you. Now you're transferring everything to this other person, and this other person is still in your circle and needs to deal with it. We could check him. All right. So Regina has this to say. Regina says, if my ex is not the one for me, then maybe his friend is. God, this Regina know the hear word though. Regina says, if my ex is not the one for me, then maybe his friend is. Wow. But Regina, why? So, okay, so I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but I'm just, this is me trying to investigate. So why do you think that your man that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with has to be your ex's friend? I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's not possible, okay? I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just curious. How do you even have that possibility? Okay, so please share with us. Let us know in the comment section, okay? Because we're here to learn. So let us know what your thoughts are, okay? We're not here to assume. Let us know what your thoughts are. So Jerry Aboki has this to say. Jerry says yes, meaning he can date his friend's ex. That is his friend, okay? So Jerry says yes. I can, sir. It's destiny, too. I wanted to abuse with one Hausa word. I just realized I did online. Okay, so forgive me. So yes, Jerry says, yes, I can, sir. It's destiny that brought us together. We may name one destiny. Destiny. What is that destiny? Because when you say destiny, it makes it sound like the only thing I know is destiny is that once there is nightfall, there will be sunrise. That's what I know. It's a programmed, what's the word now? Is this system? I don't know what to call it. But see, relationships don't happen by mistake. People choose their friends. People choose who they get married to. People don't mistakenly get married. Okay? Now, this is different from, this is totally different from a case where a girl gets pregnant and the family forces the guy to marry her. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that you're growing up and you have an idea, you have a picture of who you want to get married to or spend the rest of your life with, right? So you don't accidentally fall in love with someone and accidentally get married to someone and say it's destiny. Does destiny force the hand of people to relate with who they don't want to? Okay, so Jerry might have to shed more light on that. Okay, so Jerry says, yes, he can. He says it's destiny that brought them together. Make I no come miss my future wife because of mutual friend, though. Okay, and it doesn't mean I will crush on my friend's partner. So, we have entered another talk with that, all right? So, the first part Jerry is saying is that he wouldn't, yes, he can, and he wouldn't want to miss his future partner, all right? So, and we're adults, right? We're adults. So, like I was saying, I have very good friendship with my ex. It's something I could mention, depending on how friendly we are with each other. It's something I could mention. Now, I'm not mentioning it to my ex because I need her consent. I'm mentioning it because it's just honorable. Just so you know, okay? So that's me, all right? So Jerry says, yes, he can go ahead to date his ex's friend, who's a mutual friend, just so that in case he doesn't miss his wife, his future partner. And then he says, and it doesn't mean I will crush on my friend's partner. Okay, so it's important to have had that balance, okay? Because now some people in their head will be thinking, oh, if you can date your ex's friend, it means you most likely you were eyeing the babe while your friend was dating her. Okay, logically that's what it means, right? It means there's a tendency, there's a high tendency that you were more like waiting for a breakup with your friend, all right? So it's good Jerry had to balance that quickly because I was already going to pull that out to say, oh, that means you be the ID babe. It's just the way it's made the breakup. But really, Jerry, babes don't finish. Jerry's like, babes don't finish. You know, they say sometimes this is the find for Sokoto, it is inside your Shokoto. So anyway, I'm just curious, all right? My job is just to hear your perspective, and when I hear your perspective, poke it a little bit, okay? Poke it a little bit just to be sure that you're not just saying what the bandwagon is saying. This is your personal result, this is your personal decision, okay? So Jerry Aboki goes on to say, okay, story. I never dance one as a day. I never dance. I never sing. Okay, so Jerry says, I have dated a lady. Come on now. Jerry says, I've dated a lady. After we ended the relationship, one of my friends approached her and asked her out, and she agreed. Though we ended because I wasn't really giving her attention. But you know, paying me, Shaka, paying your guy. Pay you because say na your friend, now go for her. And she agree. Okay, so you left a window open. So this friend, you see now context matters. So this friend, I won't, well, if not me, I no go still go for her because I honor my friendship with my guy. But then life is what it is, right? So he went for the girl. He's not a bad guy. And I'm glad that you owned up to say you actually weren't giving her attention. And yes, she did need the attention. You weren't giving it to her. And she believes your friend will give the attention. But you see, this is one of the parts people don't get. It's good to go for what you want. It was John Mason who said that the proof of desire is pursuit. The proof of desire is pursuit, meaning that I don't know what you desire until I see your pursuit. Your pursuit tells me what is your desire, the desire in your heart, right? So it's okay for you to pursue what you desire, but do you really, I don't know, maybe I'm overflogging it, but do you really consider your friendship. Because I've seen cases where people said, this is what I want for my life. This is what I believe is meant for me. And then they go for the person. Then the ex is not comfortable. And the ex is a friend, by the way. It's not like they're not in talking terms. The ex is a friend. But then it messes up the friendship. And as it messes up the friendship, you are willing to forfeit it because you're not going to spend the rest of your life with your ex, but with this person. And then in some cases, you now break up with this new person. So you've lost two people. Okay? You've lost two people. So when you say, I will date my ex's friend, you really need to consider, okay, if you say, I'm not going to consider my ex's feelings, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm going to go for what I want. That's great. But I hope so when the person break up with you, you go feel, Johnson, you go feel safe face. Still, anyway, that's by the way, okay? So Regina has to say, she says, yeah, remember Regina has said, yes, that she can actually get to date a friend of her ex. So Regina says, not like, see guilty conscience, but I don't talk anything, no. Regina says, it's not like I was eyeing his friend before, but if he messes up, I go date him friend without sending him. Wow. She take him personal. Okay, interesting. Okay, great. So she said, yes, she will go ahead and date her friend's ex, a friend of her ex, but it's not like she was eyeing him. But is that really true? Because if you were not eyeing the friend's ex and the friend now approach you, you will say no now. For you to say yes means you have considered or you've seen that person in the picture of the kind of man you want to spend, right? Except now, Ojukokoro na dey worry you. Do you understand? So now, because in fact, I didn't even bring that angle out. You're already saying it's not like you were eyeing the friend. I didn't even accuse you. You by yourself, Regina, you have said it's not like you were eyeing. That means there's a chance that you were you were eyeing the friend. All right. So guys, I really like to hear our perspective, but let me also say this, that when it comes to relationships, and when I say relationships, I'm talking about platonic, romantic, whatever kind of relationship. When it comes to relationships, it is important that you maintain honor. Okay? So I'm not saying don't date your ex's friend or date your ex's friend. Far from it. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, in whatever your decision is, whatever decision you're going to take, make sure it's an honorable decision. Make sure your decision doesn't, I mean, you can't please everybody, right? Yes, you can't please everybody. So to an extent, I agree with Jerry. You can't please everybody. So, if you believe say this your ex-friend, now the woman we go reserve for you, go for her with your full chest. Go for her. But you see, while you go for her, you must, like I said, you can't please everybody, but just do what you need to do. And I give you an instance. When people go into a relationship and they've gotten to a point where they are very convinced that they want to be together, okay? I'm not, because some people they overwork God. I know there's nothing like overworking God, but some people they overwork God, and what I meant is some people blame everything on God, say, but I thought God said this is my man, but God said this is my woman. And you forget that what keeps you is knowledge. What keeps you is your choices. You choose to go into a relationship. So you have to be responsible enough to say, this is my decision, all right? But while you are making that decision, this is my point. While you are making that decision to be with this person, you must understand that there are high tension cables around. I'm not here to please people. If she's my girl, I go for her. If he's my man, I'll say yes. But at the same time, if I'm friends with this person, I shouldn't mess it up just because. Now, it is a different case. It's a different ball game if I do my best and I just mention it casually on us. Oh, this was going on, and I just thought you should know because since we're still friends, we're still in talking terms, all right? Now, talking about X, sorry, let me digress a bit. Talking about X, some people don't believe in keeping their exes as friends. Well, we need each other in this life. You just can never tell. I just believe in stating boundaries, okay? I believe in stating boundaries with your ex. I believe that I shouldn't be spending more time with my ex than I do with my girlfriend, all right? So that's just a digression. But then all I'm saying is being honorable, okay? Being honorable. I don't tell the guy to go kill himself because this is what I want and he should deal with it, all right? So that's just what I'm saying. Have I had a case where I had to date my friend's ex, a friend of my ex? No, I've not had a case like that, but I've gotten close to one. And I appreciated it so much because this lady, so it wasn't just one person thinking, it was two people thinking, and it made it so easy. So there was so much emotion, there was so much butterflies going on, you know, and it wasn't even a case of physical attraction from the onset. It was a case of mental attraction. Okay, I don't want to expatiate on that. But this is the point. We got to a point where we had to talk to ourselves. We had to say, this is not honorable. All right. So it wasn't like we're doing anything dirty, but we just said, hey, we're in love here. Something love. But we can't go on with this. Why? Because my ex is friends with the girl. I have dated her friend, who is my ex. You get? So it's going to be really awkward. It wasn't easy. That's why I said there's always a caveat. I'm not telling you yes or no. I'm not saying do or don't do. No. I'm saying no two stories are alike. No two people are alike. So it took us a lot. But we had to tell ourselves, we had to say, see, I told the girl, I like you. I really, like, you look like everything I've always wanted. And she's like, you're the man of my dreams. And yeah. But when we counted the costs, it was going to cost us more. It was going to cost us more because all of her friends, that's talking about this new lady now, all of her friends are friends with my ex. Okay, so that's not reason enough for someone I know. But I'm just telling my personal story, okay? So all of her friends are friends of my ex, and most of my ex's friends are my friends. So it's hanging out in the same place. We've taken pictures. We've held hands. You get? Then I'm not doing it with her friend that she introduced me to in the same setting. I don't know. All right. So let's take a few more. Okay. So Jerry Aboki says, if there are people that would disagree with his position, he has questions for them. Okay, it sounds like I'm already disagreeing with Jerry Aboki, but you know, I'm just taking a neutral ground. I'm just an umpire. So, like I said, I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. All right, because when I do that, I'm already shutting the door. All right, but I really want to hear. And please feel free. Our friend, feel free. Okay, feel free. There's no. It's not an exam. All right, we're here to learn. So please feel free. Okay, so Jerry says, assuming you have a friend, Mr. A, and he has a partner, Miss B, all of you are mutual friends. Unluckily, Mr. A passes out. Does that mean you won't date Miss B? Because it's the same thing we're talking about. No, it's not the same thing we're talking about. You see, but thank you for bringing up this perspective. No, it's not the same thing we're talking about. Why do I say so? There are people that marry their husband's sibling, and it's okay. There are cultures that, I think somewhere in Yoruba land, I'm not sure now, but there are cultures that actually, what's the word now? Mandates. It's not even a choice. There are cultures, in fact, there was one that happened this year. It was a royal family. There are cultures that mandate that once a man you're married to passes, you don't have to look for husband. His brother you are married automatically to the brother. So there are cultures like that. So there are contexts. So, but you see, I'm not talking about if the guy passes or the lady passes. That's a totally different ballgame. Because, I mean, who are you trying? What's the honor you're keeping? What's the loyalty, right? So the person has passed. That's a totally different thing. But I'm saying, you see, that's why I'm giving this scenario. So your friend, your ex's friend. Now let me emphasize something we're probably not getting. This friend that you're in love with, you didn't meet this friend on your own. You met this friend you're now in love with through your ex. So would you actually be very comfortable? Your friend, your ex is alive. In fact, let's say you guys all hang out at the gym. Okay, you all hang out at the gym. So your ex is at the gym, you're at the gym, and the friend is there, and you guys are doing lovey-dovey. You carry dumbbell. You carry like 20. Oh, my shoulder is hurting. Then she now comes, oh, baby. And then your ex is there. Oh, baby. I mean, can we even be done already? So we just go, so I give you a massage. And she's saying it to the hearing of your ex. Would you as a guy really feel comfortable in such scenario? All right? So on Facebook, we have one more person join us. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Mercy Adebimpe. Mercy, what does Adebimpe mean? I've been wanting to ask. I've been seeing you come online. Please let us know, Mercy Adebimpe. What does Adebimpe mean and where are you watching from? All right? And also do well, Lucy Blessed, Judith Yusuf, and Mercy Adebimpe. Do well to also share this live. Very, very important. All right? Very, very important. All right? Let us know where you're watching from and then share this live video. All right? So, what were you saying? So, imagine you all being in the same setting. Your friends. Okay, your friends. I heard a story today. But that's a totally different, it's a digression. But let me just share with us. It's a digression. It's not dating. It's not ex, anything. But I watched it this morning from, what's his name? PJ. What's PJ's full name now? Fountain of Life Church, Lagos. So he was sharing, I was watching this morning, he shared the story. This is a little bit of digression. He was sharing a story about a lady who was married to a military guy, and she loves the idea of being married to a military guy. So on the day of her wedding, you know how the military do what they do, right? So with the whole march past, the sword, cake, and the curtain and all that, she already was anticipating. So she gets, well, long story short, the guy stood her up. The guy sends a message and says he's not showing up on his wedding day. So she cried and all that. So one year down the line, she meets another military guy. And she's going to get married to this military guy. But everybody is saying, oh my guy, babe, wrong, red flag. Another military guy, they will stand you up and all that. So she decides she's going to go ahead and get married to this second military guy, all right? Now, this military guy is an officer, and then his orderlies, right? Meaning his orderlies, those that serve him, like those below his rank. He now calls one of them and says, go get my bride, my wife to be, from the mother's place, they had issues with her or whatever. So one of the orderlies decides to go pick her up. And so he picks her up and gets to the house. And it turns out that he's opening the door and he has to salute the bride, which is the wife to be of his oga. And it turns out to be that he's the babe that he stood up. Okay? So he's saluting this babe and he's opening door for her. She's sitting, he's closing the door, he's driving her, and he's like, oh my God. So now my oga marry my babe. In that case, he beats Oga, well, in fact, that one I even use the hand spoiler, right? But this is the good part. She's getting married to a general, the guy is a corporal. All right, so God do one for her. But that's, like I said, that's a digression. But you see, in that case, that guy chose. That's not destiny. That guy chose. I know in retrospect you say, boy, it's destiny. But that guy chose. That's why I said, remember I said, people don't marry accidentally. And I made an exception. I said, I'm not talking about a girl who gets pregnant and then the parent forces the guy to get married. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying you don't accidentally fall in love and accidentally marry a person. It's something you do thoughtfully. It's something you do based on knowledge of what you know about this person. All right. So if you're saying you're going to go ahead and get married to your ex's friend, that's great. That's great. And I respect it. Why do I respect it? I respect it because you know what you want. You know what you've seen. So please go ahead and do that. However, while you do that, make sure it's done honorably. That's just what I'm saying. Make sure it's done honorably. So this is not a yes or no, do it or don't do it situation. This is just be honorable, okay? A good name is better than silver and gold, all right? A good name is better than silver and gold. So just do it honorably. But while you also do it honorably, the balance is this. You can't please everybody. No, you can't. So at some point, you have to take the bull by the horn. Me, I like to take the bull by the kneecap. Because if you take the bull by the horn, it can turn and kick you. So that's just an aside. So in a nutshell, Jerry Aboki says something very crazy. Jerry Aboki, you will not be crazy in Jesus' name. So Jerry Aboki says, I'm even planning to date my ex's friend now like this. And I pray your ex is reading this message. I think I know your ex. Okay, no, I don't know your ex. I pray your ex is reading this message, okay? So Jerry says he's even planning to date. He says, please, by all means, enjoy. If she gives you joy, please go ahead. If she gives you peace, please go ahead, okay? But make sure, especially if your ex is, especially if you want to go and date your ex's bestie, do you understand? Especially ladies. Ladies talk about like everything. So imagine doing stuff with your, when I say doing stuff, I don't mean anything dirty. Imagine always hanging out and you have a whole lot of plans with this babe. How does she now keep up conversation with your ex that is her friend? Don't stress this girl, but please, at the same time, enjoy if that makes you happy, okay? On a final note, Regina says, I will date my ex's friend with full chest, so long as my ex knows okay? I will date my ex with my full chest, so long as my ex knows I dated his friend before and he still came for me. Okay, that's great. So that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Regina, for that comment. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That we're not saying don't do it, but we're saying do it honorably. Okay, so do well to mention it. Let it not be that you're dating your ex's friend and then your ex finds out. Meanwhile, you guys, you didn't break the chain of communication between us, all right? So just honorably, and I think out of jealousy. Regina is saying, I will date, so I go even pepper am on top. Okay, so please do it honorably. Go for what you want. Very important. Go for what you want because, I mean, you're already not with your ex anymore, right? You're not with your ex. You're not going to get married to your ex. So why should you be pleasing an ex that is also not ready to be with you? Because you are trying to keep friendship that is not going anywhere forever. So go for what you want. But while you do that honorably. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the most we can take for tonight. We're so sorry. This is all that we can take for tonight. We still have tomorrow night. And it's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. is the time. So please do well if you get to watch this live show. Please do well to share. Please do well, very importantly, get to share so that every other person can give their input even when they get to watch this program, okay? On behalf of the R4M Studios staff and management, we want to say a very big thank you for following us through and through. Also, please do well to stay tuned on all our social media platforms as we have beautiful stuff coming up like the Love Lounge, which is this weekend, and you have to register, all right? You have to register. So we're going to be dishing out a whole lot of beautiful content. And it's also, the beautiful thing also is that besides the game, the karaoke, and all of that we're having for Love Lounge, the good thing is that Love Lounge also is going to be not online, but on site. Well, we're not going to tell you where we're meeting, because you have to register. We're not going to tell you. So, but the beautiful part is we want you to connect both online and on site. We want you to meet that person you've always desired to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really a delight to have you. A very big thank you to everyone who has been able to share the perspective. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, Lucy Blessed. Thank you so much, Judith Yusuf. Thank you so much, Regina Idu. Thank you so much, Jerry Aboki. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And we really want to say a very big thank you. Thank you to Mr. Rex behind the camera. Thank you, Paul, for the live stream. Thank you also, Jerry Aboki. Thank you to Mr. Ola also. You guys are all awesome. All right, so this is all we can take for tonight. And I remain prolific. All right, so thank you so much. See you tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. same time. God bless you.